Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with today's trading action. All right, now Thursday trading coming into Europe. It's going to be a little bit interesting, right? Because we've got the non-farm payrolls coming out at the start of the North American session, and we do have that holiday in the US. So liquidity is going to be really scarce right now. Just have a look at the markets. The BOJ, actually, one of the Japanese government officials came out. It's like weird, right? How the market can react sometimes. He's just come out and said thinks the BOJ should continue hiking rates, right? So, like dollar yen itself dropped like 100 points, and then it's almost back to only down 30, or actually probably a bit more than that. But it's, as you can see, it's just one of those whipsaws you get in very illiquid markets. And that's what we get, leading into a US holiday, it's illiquid. So if you're looking at your yen charts and you think, oh, geez, you missed one, believe me, you dodged a bullet because it's just, there's no rhyme or reason for it, right? It's traditional yen fare, right? You can read a bit more about that down here. It was Nagahama who just came out and said, yeah, they should just keep raising rates, like as though that's a good thing. All right, so let's look at the markets. Bit of discombobulation, right? US equity futures are down, and you got Euro, Sterling, Aussie, Kiwi up, dollar down. Now, that is a mismatch in the overall risk on, risk off sentiment. The equities suggests it's a risk off situation, but you can see the risk off pairs are going up at the moment, right? And when I say going up, I'm very liberal on that, because if you have a look at how far they've gone, they're not doing much at all. It's like we're having a mid-northern hemisphere summer break this week. That's sort of seriously how it feels. So if you have a look at your charts, right, there's a little bit of room here to move. I was talking about this earlier in the week. Like Euro and Sterling are sort of coming back, okay? And we have got some resistance coming up, but this is like markets just drifting around, okay? Aussie and Kiwi starting to drift sideways. It looks like they've found a bit of a home, right? Does it look like they'll go further? Well, it's probably going to come down to the non-farm payrolls. And this is the thing, right? Liquidity will be very thin going into a US holiday on the Friday. So make sure if you are thinking about trading, like let the numbers go through, right? Because it will just jump around the place. Now, the signals, I actually had a chat to a few guys today. Like few and far between. Like nothing's actually coming through the gates, and that's because a lot of the symbols with this last move has been they have been like just cleaned out, right? So the markets are jaded, but most of them are out of whack. Now this is the big one, right? Dollar yen. Why did it move so far? Well, it was just cruising upside, right? Not in the right spots to be selling or anything or buying, but then just gets that clean out. Now, what do I think about dollar yen? I think it'll be higher from where it started the move today, right? That's sort of, would I trade it? Absolutely not. It's too crazy, right? Doesn't make sense. Now, coming over to the calendar, right? This is where it gets a little bit interesting. So you got a few bits and pieces out of the Eurozone, right? No big deal. But the non-farm payrolls, for those new traders, okay, you can have a look here and see what is impacted here. Now, everything is online here, like as far as the majors. Now, if you look through the majors, right, well, gold's going up and dollar yen's going up, right? Well, it was going up. I don't know if that's changed the picture here. So if we got strong numbers, dollar yen would probably be a pick, and or gold for that matter, right? But this is the actual thing, right? I should be looking at the counter trend because it's gold against the dollar. So if we got stronger numbers, gold's going to go down. It is a counter trend move. But the trend is actually up, so it's not going to go far anyway. That's the thing. If you get an instrument like gold, where the dollar's the second half, and we get stronger numbers, well, this thing's going up. Yeah, it'll go down a little bit, but you're fighting the trend, and that isn't good. So, but overall, let me just come back to the number, because what I was trying to say is this number here, it's not like a CPI number. Have a look at all the numbers that are coming out. They're all released at the same time. Now, the two key highlights, obviously the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate. They're the ones you want to keep an eye on if you are having a look. And you can see here the forecast non-farm payrolls, 110, and the rate, 4.3. right? So what do I think about that? Not much, right? I haven't traded the non-farms for probably a few years, right? Because it's a graveyard of pain. And once you've had enough pain, you don't usually go back for it. So US holiday, Friday, big data coming out. It's going to be loose, right? And I'm talking sort of the price movement where it jumps up, actually almost like dollar yen, right? This is the sort of price action you get on non-farm payrolls, up, down, and back to where it is. And everyone's like scratching their head. What happened there? No liquidity, no clear numbers or conflicting numbers, and you get a crazy move, right? My tip is enjoy the day. Don't worry about the non-farms. If you're in the North American session, have a look at the numbers. Yeah, it's a bit of sport. See what happens. But I wouldn't be putting my hard-earned cash on the next move. What I would be doing is getting into your charts, right? Starting to clean them up a little bit, because now that they've been sitting down here for this week, it's time to rejig, and you can start to see a few things lining up once you start drawing trend lines, right? And ideally, non-farm payrolls, when would I trade it? I tell you what, if I had a trend line about 30 points away from the market at the time, then I would pay attention, because that becomes a target. It's only going to go up there if the numbers are strong, and it will only keep going because you've got all the stop losses on the other side of it, right? A trend line right here, you might be thinking, oh, I'll get in here and I'll put a cheeky little pending order on the other side. That will get smashed out before the release. I can tell you that. Right? So save yourself the pain. I've already been through it 100 times. All right, guys, that's it from me. There's not a lot going on. Just, get the work around the house done, make the wife happy, enjoy yourself. We've got better trading conditions coming up. And the pressure is starting to build now on a few of these instruments. I think early, or maybe later this week, early next week, we could be back in the game. All right, guys, have fun. Enjoy yourselves. Cheerio.